Hello and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us tonight for the Cookout Podcast, where we talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling. I try to go dramatic instead of boisterous like I normally do.
I like that. There was a drama in your voice. It was intense. Yeah. Here for the cookout, the weekly cookout. Here is our resident third workhorse. We're not going to have CM tonight, unfortunately. So you just get the three of us. She is, I don't even know, just taking the night off, apparently.
Spring
So,
break,
Well,
babies.
we all need one of those every once in a while.
that's right. She's taking a mental health day. How's that? Uh, So, anyone have anything? So, we're talking. The topic for the show is going to be top 10 favorite, emphasize favorite, not best, tag teams of the modern era. But before we crack into that topic and whatever else this conversation devolves into, does anyone have anything they want to talk about? Raw or
Um,
wrestling wise?
well, first I want to point out about this list here because I know we will get comments down below about it. So they have to have been active in the last 10 years, and they could not have debuted more than 20 years ago. So
Okay.
the Briscoes do not count because
Okay.
they debuted 23 years ago.
Okay. Whereas the Bucks do count because they debuted 18 years ago.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So, so this is Sammy's topic, and that was his criteria for the modern era. So, let's see. Anything you want to talk about, Miss Nika? Anything on your mind there, wrestling wise? You want to talk about
uh,
before we talk about tag teams?
like nothing too crazy. Raw was way better this week. Wonder why? Because someone just had a cookie and shut up in the corner. It was
It was
Uh,
better this week.
I don't know. Even this week, I feel like Vince is still in charge.
Oh, of course he
no,
is.
no, but I think this week it's okay. Here's the thing: when it comes to
Yeah.
curveballs, he gives up power real quick. Like, okay, here's your chance, but if it doesn't work, it's on you. It that's always been his mo. So today, oh, I'm sorry, yesterday it was raining and people wouldn't make it. Like, all right. So, my plans are up in smoke. Triple H, go do whatever the frick you want to do. It's on you. Bet. I'm pretty sure you're like, bet. All right, you want to be here? You're good. I'm in. All right, bye. And so you saw way more wrestling, less talking, which always makes for a good show.
I guess.
Well, we got Trish instead of getting Lita. We got Io instead of getting Bailey. We got Finn Balor instead of getting Dominic Mysterio. Like a
And
lot of
what?
matches, it was just changed up on who was in the match. Actually,
And with Finn, I'm like, okay, didn't you just get your head split open a week ago? Why
mm,
are you
hmm
why are you freaking wrestling? Are you okay, boo boo?
What's up, Dolores?
Yes.
How's it going? Before we crack
like
into this, I guess we can go ahead, Sammy.
I thought for sure he was about to say Damian Priest, and then Finn
Right?
Balor's music starts playing. It's like, wait, what?
Hassan wants to know how everybody's Easter was. How was y'all Easter yesterday or 2 days ago?
Mm,
I was off of
good.
work. It was so like we didn't do. I went to the longest nap in a minute. It was so
I
nice.
I had a nice nap too. I posted a picture of it in the Discord.
I saw that.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Sammy was out on the couch. So everyone had a nice Easter. We hope you had a nice Easter, Hassan, and everybody else out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Raw was better this week. I mean, it definitely was.
Hmm
It was actually watchable. I mean, I'm still not happy that I have to watch it, but I do it for all the fans. Um, so,
The
but yes,
wrestling was certainly better.
it was at least better. It was more enjoyable to watch. It was easier to get through.
Man,
See, what do
alcohol
you
commercials make me want to have a drink. Damn it.
So Sammy, since this was your topic, you want to start us off? How do you want to do it? We're gonna go.
Usually we do 5 and then we do them one apiece. Let's just go one apiece the whole way through.
Freak.
All
Okay.
right.
So my number 10,
Mm-hmm.
who at the end of this year will no longer be able to be on the list because this is team that debuted 20 years ago, even though the first 2 years we didn't see much of them. The Hooligans, Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Well, it's a deep cut. I don't even know if Anika knows who
Mm.
those people are.
I know who Brian Kendrick is. Paul London
Uh,
sounds familiar. I don't know.
They were the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE until the New Day broke the record.
Really interesting. I did not know that. I'm clearly familiar with Paul London as well as whatchamacallit. So I mean I'm familiar with them, but I didn't know that they had that
I
long.
mostly know Paul London from Lucha Underground, though.
Well, yeah, the White Rabbit for sure.
The White Rabbit.
The White Rabbit. Yeah, my tag teams are not deep cuts like that. So leave it to Sammy to have some outrageous people that no one's ever heard of.
Kid.
Anika, you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
I need you to go next. I have what 10? Sweet, like no offense. No,
10 is a lot, right? 10 is a lot.
I felt like it wasn't at all. The Shield didn't even make my list.
If CM was here, she would have limited it to 3 or 5.
Yeah, you go. I did remember.
All right. At number 10, I have Cesaro and Sheamus. The Bar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like the Bar.
I got the Bar.
The Bar's good.
And
They're a quality tag team that won a lot, and I loved watching them wrestle.
Flat out, I could have done 20 tag teams. I could have done 20.
Like they're that low key tag team that got the job done, right? They should have had more shine, but they got the job done. I loved it when they broke up the what you call it, the New Day, and they were their final opponents. Like, you know what? Yeah, this is the nice because they're kind of breaking up too as well. So I did like that. We are the Bar.
We are the Bar. Thank you, Dolores, for the kind words. As she says, please, if you're watching, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified for every time we drop something new. And we appreciate all of you. We are at, I believe it's 83 subscribers and going strong. So thank you all very much. And here's looking towards 100 and then a whole bunch more after that. So, yes, Dolores, it's from Sammy can tell you again. So they have to have wrestled as a tag team in the last 10 years, and they can't have been formed more than 20 years ago. So the Briscoes are out, but the Bucks are in. Young Bucks are in. So they would have had to have wrestled in the last 10 years and been formed in the last 20 years. So that's the criteria for tonight's list. And we're waiting on Anika for her number 10.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I thought they were nice round numbers. So
There you go.
So when you say debut
for being considered modern.
Give me because my brain. I'm having a brain fart. So when
2003. If
So
they
would have
formed
had
in
to
2002, they don't count.
Right.
If they debuted in 2002, they do not count.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, that makes way better. Okay. 2003 and up.
And the Young Bucks were 2004.
I thought they were. I saw them in TNA because I was about 2004. What? Okay. Like when were they at TNA? That's when I knew that when they were Christian AF. That's when I found them out. Although they were like, they're actually pretty decent. I'm like, okay, these people doing Full Metal Mayhem with the Dudley Boys and the Hardys. That was actually pretty cool. Okay, that's right. 23. Anybody in the chat has some? Cause I'm still thinking. 2003.
Feel free in the chat to tell us who you guys got as your top 10 tag teams in the modern era. We're talking about number 10.
I'm trying to think of cause like the Ruthless Aggression era. Who were the popular tag teams then?
Well, this is why you were supposed to make your list before the show started.
You didn't tell me.
I was in the Discord.
I didn't get not their notification.
It was in the
I-
Discord, like.
I actually mentioned the other day, is Anika aware of the list?
And I
I mentioned
said,
that like 48 hours ago.
in the Discord, Anika, you see this? I didn't know if you saw it or not. I guess I should have emailed it. I should have emailed it to you. My bad.
No,
I guess
okay.
it's my bad for not emailing it to you. So it's not your fault.
But yeah, like that's a very weird question. Like at aggression era, who's the top tag team? That's very weird. That I can't think of it. That debuted.
Well, that was also a bone dry era for tag teams too. Like the Hooligans were the number one tag team. Aside from them, you had Shelton Benjamin.
And then flip it. More so, everyone came from the Attitude Era. So there wasn't anything. Everybody was already established. Nobody was from 2003 till there. Okay.
Aside from like Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas.
You know what? Okay, yeah. All right. They shouldn't be top 10, but I'm gonna wing it. I probably will be adjusted the schedule as usual. Top 10 minus SCU, Cass, and Christopher Daniels. I'm gonna go SCU as top 10 because Christopher Daniels and Cass, they might be 7 TNA because them along with AJ Styles, man. Like that was just a party. They have a match, and I'm like, all right, I'm invested. But more so SCU. Everyone says the Young Bucks and the Elite, and for everyone who's watched their story to AEW, I totally have respect for that. But my first AEW show was in July 2019. The people who brought the house down was SCU and the Lucha Bros. So it's like, so when people when they broke up in AEW and they didn't give it time to breathe, I was so mad. I'm like, wait, forget the backstage. I like these people. This is actually a big moment. Give me a minute. But yeah, Kaz, Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and even Scorpio Sky. He did his thing too. That was a great tag team, Freebird style. I love them.
Other tag teams of the Ruthless Aggression era. You have La Resistance. You have the Spirit Squad. Kane and the Big Show. Jerry Show. That was another one. Miz and Big Show. Miz and Morrison. That's a big one.
Tell Dolores that the Brood and the Hardys are a little too old.
Yeah, they're too old.
2003 and up.
Paul Burchill and William Regal. I'm not too sure about William Regal and Tajiri though. That might be too old. But there's also William Regal and the nephew of oh man, what is his name? Eugene, that's it. William Regal and Eugene. That was another tag team.
Okay.
All right. Sammy,
Chris Benoit and Edge. That was another one. That was briefly lived, and then Chris Benoit held both tag team titles on his own.
But even then, they came from the Radicals, which is 1999. So technically, right?
Edge and Chris Benoit.
You said I'm sorry. You said Edge, Chris Benoit. My mind went to Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. I'm sorry.
And who did Chris Benoit win those titles off of?
You mean the world titles? The world titles, it was a triple threat with Triple H and HBK.
That's right. That was.
No. So Benoit beat the tag team champions by himself and won the titles because Edge didn't show up to the match.
I vaguely remember that.
Interesting.
I vaguely remember that.
I can't remember. Oh, are we ready for number 9?
Number 8. Yeah, number 9.
All right. Well, this answer is too sweet. I got the Good Brothers.
Elaborate just a little bit.
The good brothers. Yeah. I mean, they've been solid and around for a long time. I mean, I think it's probably
Hmm.
hard to argue with that.
I mean, they're not top 5, but it's hard to say that they're not top 10. I have them at number 9.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's. I think it's a solid number 9.
I will say, Eights and Eights in TNA was a very great faction until they went all NWO, Red Face, West Side. I'm like,
West Side.
everyone can join and be a part of it. That was a great storyline. I actually love that.
Now, Benoit and Angle, was that before 2003, though? Because that was during the SmackDown 6 era, wasn't it? So wouldn't that have been like 2001 with Los Guerreros and Edge and Rey Mysterio?
It might have been. Okay, they definitely tagged in 2000.
They did.
2000, but were they a tag team? See,
That's why with a lot of these teams, the homework has to be done on what year did that start exactly? Because that early 2000s era, like so many teams formed in the early 2000s, it's crazy.
Yes, it is.
All right. So for my number 9 team, I have Imperium. This is
solid pick.
So I like Imperium. They've been around for a while. They're solid hands, all of them. They've been a good, strong faction for a long time. And
shout out Alexander Wolf.
Alexander Wolf. And the best Intercontinental Champion we've had in a long time in Gunther. So
the greatest NXT UK champion.
Oh, no doubt. 100%.
Look to me in my eye. No, he was going to get dragged off for the second one. You're not ready. Look in straight up German. Look to me.
Man, and him versus Pete Dunne the other week was just so crazy. It's like, oh my God, yes, these two back in the ring again. Right? Why did we ever separate these two? These two have the best freaking matches.
Well, yeah, but Pete Dunne by himself in NXT did a very decent job. Hopefully, this is leading to a whole lot of UK style on SmackDown. Hopefully, they'll build Imperium back up and we get this ball going back going.
Yep. All right. Who you got for number 9, Anika?
You know I don't have no doggone body. Number 9. We're just flying off the handle. We're
just go with La Resistance.
No. Just put my hand and I'm gonna point to somebody.
Dolores says Evolution.
That's the baddest promo. I don't like them coming off the helicopter and the wind's just blowing and they have all the not suits but dress. Evolution is a mystery.
Yeah.
I think see the Lord knows what I can bear.
I can't remember if that was 2003 or 2002.
I think that was 2003. I want to say 2003. I want to say it was 2003 because his Reign of Terror. It was a year before he joined. He officially had the group, but the Lord knows what I can bear, right? The Lord cut off my cable, so I was not here for the Triple H Reign of Terror. So I don't know what y'all be harping on. We're talking about, oh my gosh, Triple H was a bad champ. He kept having it. 2003, 2006, I wasn't watching it. So all I got was 2002, he came back from injury. 2007, 2006, what you call it? Yes, came back and that was a fun time. So I don't know the worrisome years that y'all are talking about. I don't understand why y'all keep harping on. Okay.
So Evolution debuted January 20th, 2003.
So that can go for it. It. Daggone it. Come on. Pick some place. Pick TNA. Who was top people in TNA on the tag team?
Well, those are my next answers, so I can't say.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't share your answers. You little teacher's pet.
They're my 6 and 7. They're my 6 and 7.
You don't want to cheat for me? You feel an answer to
Well,
yourself?
they're
Okay,
they're
fine.
they're they're my 6 and 7. They're going to be coming up very soon.
So they can be my number 9? Give me a
So I'm sure that one of those two is beer money. Would be my guess. So that's there you go.
I'll
And
take
Nico
that.
likes that. You like
I'll
that
take
one?
number
Beer
9. Number
beer
9.
money.
Beer money. Something that should not have worked perfectly. This is like even the name. I'm rich.
Yeah.
I'm a redneck. Beer
Right.
money, but it worked. It worked fantastically. I love them
Right.
together. It was a great time. That's my number 9. There we go. Beer money. Let's go.
Y'all ready for number 8?
Yeah.
The Latin American Exchange. I am talking about LAX. Homicide, Hernandez, Santana, Ortiz. God damn.
That was a good time. Even just Hernandez and old little guy. I just remember I was even there when Ortiz and Santana came together with them.
I'm thinking of like Conan and Hernandez and Homicide.
Homicide, yeah, I was there. Yeah. I was just for that part. But that part,
the original great. LAX for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
I mean, part A and part B.
Yeah. I mean, both have been solid. I mean, for sure. And even the new, I like Danny Limelight and Slice Boogie in the new iteration. They weren't MLW for a while. I'm not sure what they're doing now. They were the new iteration with Conan and LAX. So, let's see. My number 8, coming in at number 8, I've got the Dinosaur and the Jungle Boy. Jurassic Express.
That's mine too. I actually did think about, no, low key. I was like, okay, you know what? Like, they're not my number 5, so I'm putting number 8. Yeah, I'm so serious.
That's funny. Yeah. So, I mean, they were fun to watch when they were in their heyday. I kind of hope at some point they kind of come back together just for nostalgic reasons and still, maybe have another title run. Although I do like Jack Perry on his own. I'd like to see something happen with Luchasaurus. I'd like to see him get more TV time as a singles, with Christian as his manager. I like it. So we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, Jurassic Express.
Especially like both of them coming back from hell from the promo from last week. I love it. But yeah, even with Marco's stunt, it was like,
yeah,
I love that. Nope. Okay, maybe a hot take. I love their theme song more than Jungle Boy's theme song by itself. I'm like, I need that adrenaline when someone comes out. So I love the Jurassic Express way more than I'm like, this is okay, a good time. Great. I'm just that's just me personally.
All right, Sammy.
That was great.
So me and Anika both have number 8. So you got number 7. Who you got?
Number 7 is Beer Money.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Yeah.
So freaking good.
That's where I first was introduced to Robert Roode, and I've loved him ever since. It's a damn shame he's not on my TV somewhere. I still think, for my money, he has maybe currently the best theme song. Victorious is amazing. That theme song is great. Or Glorious, I'm sorry, not Victorious. Glorious is what it's called. So, I don't know where Robert Roode is, but yes, Beer Money is great. And James Storm is one of my all-time favorites. So,
and they paired him up with one of the greatest in the history of WWE, too. Like, shout out Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
Like, don't know who everyone's views about them going to NXT. I love when Dolph and Roode went to NXT and got the belt off of Braun. I would let them have it for one more month and then have Braun win it back. But I was here for the ride. You could see the glee in their faces. They were having a great time. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. That's what they should have done with Breeze and Fandango, but they didn't.
Look, when they came back to NXT, they actually they had fun too. That pandemic era where like they came back and they teamed up with Swerve and they're on a forklift and they were doing parody to people's thing. They did the Imperium theme song parody. You know what? Bump it. That's number 7 for me. I'm already gonna go for there.
Brizongo. All right, I love it. I love it.
Brizongo during the pandemic era was a great time. I loved them when they came out in all of, the Fashion Police, the Moon Men. Like I said, Imperium. They're like, wait, hold up. Imperium's already in the ring. Then they let the beat drop. Boo, I was like, oh my god, yes, I loved every moment of it. It was great. That
All
was
right,
very
so that was
fun.
your number 7, and Sammy, your number 7 was Beer Money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my number 7 is Mercedes and Trinity, Boss and Glow.
Okay. Go.
Naomi and Sasha. I mean, I
I'm I'm sorry you don't call it Team Bad.
no, I guess it could be Team Bad.
Hmm.
What can be
Thank
said, right?
y'all.
That hasn't been said.
All right,
Two of the
let's get
best
our
women
list down.
wrestlers, put them together, great tag team. Again, I
Best.
don't.
I'm okay. I'm gonna say it because they're on my list for earlier. So yes, thank you for that. Let's go.
So that's my number 7. Sammy, who you got at 6?
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Are you sure they were informed more than 20 years ago?
They were not.
Okay, because they were on my list and I took them off because I thought they were formed before 2003, but maybe not.
I know TNA for me was in 2005. So I'm not sure they were a team before they got to TNA, but that sounds about right. TNA started 2005 for me, so I can get that. That's accurate.
I'll take Sammy's word for it. I mean, all those years kind of blend in, and I can never remember who did what in what year. It just feels like the Motor City Machine hasn't been around since like the 80s, right? It feels like they've been around.
Debut 2006.
Okay, yeah.
2006.
So
Wow. But
they
no,
would have
that's
made my list somewhere, but I thought they were a little beyond, so that's why I left them off. But they would have made it.
yeah.
Probably, I don't know where, but somewhere they would have made it. So that's your number 6. All right. Yeah. I mean, you can't argue with them. I mean, that's a good spot.
You can't.
And now we're about to move into my top 5 where everybody's basically interchangeable.
Okay.
Who you got at 6, Anika?
You go first. I have no clue.
All right. So coming in at number 6, I have the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka.
You're basically doing my top 5. Let's my wheels are working now. But yeah, that was like after they missed Paige, aka Sriracha. Man, I loved them when they went back to NXT and they were fighting them people. It was a great time. It was a great time.
They were always fun to watch. Great wrestling, good workers, great chemistry together.
Right? And I love the only thing I just wanted a translator for Asuka. I just wanted from Alex to Penta for someone for Asuka to do the same thing. Asuka just said she'll see you in the ring. I heard her, and then she just went, every time she just goes off in Japanese. Like, yes, that's all I wanted. But
yeah.
All right, I got mine. My number 6 is the Boss and Hug connection. And I think number 6 because is more so I don't see him as a tag team. I see him as a friends and a storyline. More so like you could put with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It was like I didn't see him as I don't know why. I don't see him as a tag team. But they were great when they tagged together, and
they were all over the pandemic era. Like every show.
Them, the Kabuki Warriors, they were my MVP. I will keep saying the best moment was when they won the titles back SmackDown in July, and Betty was going hog tie wild on Sasha Banks' theme song, the new champ of WWN. They're so heavy. Sasha's doing this with the belts right in front of the commentary table. It was the best thing possible. I love them. Yes, number 6. Yes.
Before we crack into 5, Sammy, Dolores has her 6 through 10. Dolores says 6 FTR, 7 SCU, 8 Lucha Brothers, 9 Kenny and Hangman, and 10 Swerve in Our Glory. The song had me hooked. All solid shots out for sure.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with any of those mentions. So that is
Yes.
a
Now that
solid
that's been
pick.
mentioned, I'm
You give
pretty
us your
sure I
number
know
five,
which
Cindy.
one's. So this is the one that doesn't make the Mount Rushmore, and it's mostly because they are the newest team out of all the teams in my top five. My
Okay,
number
number five.
five is the current AEW Tag Team Champions, 7-star FTR.
How funny is that? They are also my number five. That is very funny.
Favorite. I'm glad you said favorite because there was like top 10 period. They should
Right.
make my list,
Yeah.
but for
But
some
favorite, they don't have
reason,
to. If they're not your favorite, they don't have to.
right? And I don't know why though. I have no real argument except for I don't like their new theme song. I think it's too 80s. I love the revival part. Let me hear you say it. I like that thump in the trunk. I can see them riding out in a pickup truck. It's
Look,
like that.
wrestling's entertainment, right? And it's supposed to entertain you, and it's supposed to move something and evoke some sort of emotion. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. It just is what it is. Some teams work for some people, and some don't. I don't hate any of the people I talk shit about. They
Mm-mm.
just don't evoke emotion for me.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns just doesn't move the needle for me. I just don't. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. It just is what
right.
it is. I don't dislike the guy. He just doesn't do it. He doesn't entertain me. And if FTR doesn't do it for you, they just don't do it for you. It is what it is. I mean,
But like
there's
Now,
just
don't
the
get me wrong. I love FTR. It's just I had to ask myself: is this the Mount Rushmore? Is this the team that makes me more hyped than all the others? And they're number five.
well, they're
They're
definitely the top of the tag team division in AEW right now. And in 5 more years, let's see where they're at. Right? I mean,
right.
they still have time behind some of the other teams. So let's see, where they're at in 5 more years. Right?
well. I
Definitely.
actually said that to me, this list is a best list, but I figured ALW once I told him my list, he'd be like, "No, that's just your favorite," and so it's a favorite.
Well, we have to be very clear with CM. Not that she cares either way. She'll put her favorite on the best list, but I try to be as clear with her as I can, because to me there's a big difference, right? Because what I
Yes.
like is what I like, and it's not always the best thing. I'm a huge Miz fan, and people can't fucking stand him. Like, he wouldn't be at the top of anybody's favorite wrestler list, but he might be at the top of mine because I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's why favorites can be all over the place. That's different than trying to recognize who's the best, right? So
Exactly.
I think my favorites are the best, though. That's the problem.
And like FTR, like certain I compare it to the Attitude Era, right? Don't know who, but I'm pretty sure some people didn't like Stone Cold. But you cannot tell me you're not turning your TV off when
yeah,
he's on the stage because he's that good. With
exactly.
FTR, I'm not like again, they're not connecting,
Yeah,
but I'm not turning my TV off. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna see what they do because they are that dang
right.
good.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's that's how I feel about Rey Mysterio. I'm not changing the channel. He has good matches. I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing the channel. He just doesn't do anything for me.
I don't see what
So,
he does, but
Wild.
all right. So
I
who's your
got the
number
travel
five?
channel on. I got the travel channel on right now, and it looks like this guy's getting a blowjob from this ghost.
Uh,
Wow, wow.
he said a blowjob from a ghost. All right.
Yeah, like they have these like stick figures that shows like where supposedly something is, and this dude was standing there, and you see a stick figure, and then there's other stick figures like crawling up,
what's
Oh,
the
that's
and
hysterical.
there's nobody there, and it looks like it's blowing them, and it's like, what is this ghost doing?
That's hysterical.
Wow, I'm so
Yeah.
glad I put on the travel channel.
All right, Mr. Nico, who's your number five?
I didn't say it. Wait,
Oh, I don't. I don't. If you did, I didn't hear it. So you
did
can
you
just
go?
tell. Yeah, I got FTR. He had FTR, and I got FTR. Number five.
Oh yeah, both at FTR. Okay.
Yeah.
Number five. Oh, wait. Cause my mind was percolating. I just gotta put the pieces in order. Top five, 2003. Do I want to put them there? Yeah. Boom. There we go. Now we're here. You know what? It's a tie. It's a tie. It's Team Taz / Swerve in Our Glory. like that. Like I love both teams. Like that was just a beautiful moment of Raw. I mean, I'm sorry, not Raw. So Rampage. I know we call it the black hole, but low key, they made it very enjoyable for me the last year. It was so I loved their storyline. And that match in New Orleans, that was the funkiest match of the night for me. I loved that match when they were finally on Dynamite. They all killed it. I really didn't care who won. When Swerve and Our Glory beat the Young Bucks and Team Taz, I was all there for it. I was in the chat. I'm like, oh my gosh, let it happen. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah, I like don't know if it was premature or not, but it's like, well, yeah, with both teams, I think they still had more steam, more gas in the tank. They could have made it another month, like you know what I'm saying. I think they could have. I think the breakups were both premature, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But I loved them. I loved it. It was awesome.
I was a huge Team Taz fan. I really enjoyed Team Taz. So
Like I really felt like they should have had the belt. Like if nothing, let the people let Swerve Our Glory drop the belt to Team Taz
yeah,
and then break up. I get it. I get it. Acclaim was hot and well deservedly had the belts, but I felt like you had like at least another month before breaking everybody up.
yeah. That's a solid number 5. Sammy, who you got at number 4?
All right. It's time for the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So I think if this was a best of, this would be 1 or 2. But since it's favorite, they're number 4. I got the Usos.
You motherfucker! We're gonna have the same fucking list. I got the Usos at 4 too.
It's the Mount Rushmore, man. It's the Mount Rushmore. Like
That's so funny.
we're gonna have the same freaking list. Yeah, our
I
top
bet the
5 is gonna
next
be
one
the
we're gonna be
freaking same.
different. I think we're gonna have different ones the next one. But yes, I also have the Usos coming in at number 4. I don't know
I
what more can
mean,
be
we're
said.
probably gonna have the same last 3 teams. It's just what order are we gonna have them in?
Maybe, yeah, we'll see. I think I have one that nobody else has, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, what else can be said about the Usos, right? They've held the banner for WWE tag teams, them in New Day for who knows how long, right? They're the longest holding.
Oh, well, if you think you have a team that's not on that list, then I guess we don't have the same list because I think it's pretty obvious what the other 3 of my Mount Rushmore are going to be. Because, like, it's the best teams ever. Like,
We'll see.
I wonder which one's not on your list. That's a crazy thing to me.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to say about the Usos at number 4, but I mean, we've talked about the Usos till we've been blue in the face, just
Like
in general.
I'll say this. I think when greatness happens, you remember that. Like I don't like John Cena, but I remember when he debuted. Usos, I remember when they debuted. It was the Hart Dynasty. And here comes the Usos with the Tamina just molly whopping all of them, and they all do the super five, what's it called? Lord Jesus. Splash. I want to say smash so badly. The splash, and it was just great, right? And then low key, we're like when they were on backstage, and they're like, "Hold up, we were actually in reality wrestling with Ember Moon." I'm like, "Wait, hold up, time out." I would have loved to have seen them. I love Tamina, but I would have loved if they would have debuted with Ember Moon. I think that would have took them up a notch faster, right? But hey, say what they're here now, and I'm enjoying them, and they're awesome. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think everything's been said about the Usos that can be said, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, who you got at number 4, Miss Anika?
Number 4. So now I know my teams. Just a matter of placing them where I want to place them. Number 4, I gotta give it to Lucha Bros. 70 Neto, just love them. Period. Like they're both just like Ray Phoenix is just water, man, and then Penta has the personality. Like I said, that match between them with STU was just off the charts, and I would love them to have a storyline. But even if they don't, they're gonna kill in the ring. Like no matter what, you're gonna have a great time looking at them every freaking time. They're number 4. I would love for this run or H to go better than my mind can go. Like let them run wild. I love them.
Yeah, can't argue with that at all. I'm a huge Lucha Bros fan. We'll get to them.
All
They're
right.
on my list. Still coming.
So continuing with
hold on
the
real
Mount
quick. Let's see.
Rushmore.
Real quick. Dolores did her women. So she's got women separate from men. She's got number 1, the Iconics. Number 2, Sasha and Naomi. Number 3, Boston Hug. Number 4, Kabuki Warriors. Number 5, Beautiful People.
Beautiful People.
Number 6, Death Dolls. Number 7, The Coven. The Coven is the new. It's they're Impact. They're on Impact right now. They're whatchamacallit. Sammy knows. I'm trying to think of the women's names.
I don't remember the names.
Moving on. She's got number
Allison
8.
Kay? Oh, no.
No. It's we have to Google it. I'll do it in a minute. Number 8, she's got Mela and Zelina. Number 9, Nikki and Rhea. And number 10, Eric Young and ODB.
I love that Eric Young made the women's list.
Right. And then she has one more comment. What? Yeah, Nikki. Yeah, you don't remember when there was Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley?
Mm-hmm. Last summer.
Yeah.
Last summer,
wow,
yeah. Last summer.
There's something I remember that you don't? Holy smokes.
Like they were not tag team for a couple of matches. They were an actual team.
Yeah.
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer.
All summer. Last summer.
Here we go. Yeah.
Nikki was also the world champion.
That's the Hex. Oh, the Coven. Sorry. The Coven is Taylor Wilde and Kylie King.
I don't remember that at all. I remember them fighting over.
Or was it the summer before last? It might have been the summer before last because time is weird with WWE.
Yeah, it might have been the time before last because it's been a while. Because it was when she was Nikki ASH, and when Rhea was a face.
I just did that. Nah. Okay.
All right, Sammy, number 3.
Now, this team is also, if this was a best of list, they would be competing with the Usos for that 1 or number 2 spot. But since it's a favorite list, they're coming in at number 3. It is the Young Bucks.
They're definitely on my list. They're still coming up. Yeah, I mean, again, you can't go wrong with the Young Bucks. They've probably been, perhaps the best tag team of this current generation, right? I mean, arguably.
Yeah, I'm so confused as to how your and my Mount Rushmore is going to be different. We need to figure out which teams we have separate.
Well, you're about to hear because this is going to be the one that's different.
Okay.
So, my number 3 is kind of an amalgamation. You can call it whatever you want to call it. It's either the Undisputed Era or Red Dragon collectively. So that's where our lists are going to vary, I'm sure, because it could be debated whether they belong in the best list, but this is a favorites list. So for me, they are NXT, the Undisputed Era, Black and Gold, and I'm a huge Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish fan. Red Dragon is one of my hands-down favorite tag teams of all time. So I think of them together as a one type of unit. So I've got Undisputed Era / Red Dragon at number 3.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Rules. And the slower, more rock and roll, boo!
Yeah.
Go, baby!
They were tag team of the year in NXT for like 4 years. There's just, what combination it was because the combination kept on changing.
For sure. And free Roderick Strong. He needs to get out of WWE and go to AEW.
Is he hurt?
I don't know what's going on with him. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not.
Is Kyle O'Reilly hurt?
He's been hurt.
At?
I thought he was hurt. I mean, he was hurt. I don't know if he's still hurt. And Bobby Fish has obviously got released and off doing his own thing, which I haven't seen much of him. But
for him,
which I think was due to Punk.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was released because of Punk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Not 100% because of Punk, but I'll get 48. I would definitely watch Total Access AEW because to see how Kyle O'Reilly is, because him and Adam Cole are talking. So I'm like, okay, they're in the
Oh,
ring,
okay.
they're talking. So is Riley training with Cole? I mean, is he getting better as well? What's going on?
Yeah, I need the Undisputed Era in AEW against the Elite or against House of Black, against, like.
But it's not going to happen because one person's in NXT and another person's in MLW, and we have no idea where O'Reilly is. We have no idea.
This is the thing why I love long-term story booking, but sometimes do it now because you had it. You had Red Dragon and the Elite. Stop going around the barnyard. Just go across the street and just give it to us.
Right? I agree.
I'm worried about not getting Mox versus Buddy. Like, they keep on procrastinating this match. I've been wanting this match for years. Give it to us while they're both still in AEW.
Now,
God damn it.
I love Buddy. I love, hopefully, like, I love, side note, I love OC's reign, but I would love it if Buddy's the one to get off of him. I think that's a perfect choice. The perfect choice, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, I thought Shibata was the perfect choice, but they didn't capitalize on that, so they better capitalize on Buddy at least.
With Shibata, we didn't think that that he could go. That's why I didn't pick him when ROH. I'm like, oh, he's not, this is a once every year. We're like, oh, he won it? Oh, so he's wrestling more than once.
As much as it'd be cool to see Shibata with the AEW title, I think the pure wrestling title, the pure title is right where Shibata belongs. I think that's a perfect wheelhouse for Shibata.
Like, I was very like, oh, okay, so he's just going to wrestle regularly. All right, we're going to enjoy it as long as it lasts.
No doubt.
There's only one thing I can say is if Buddy does not beat Orange, then Malachi best as hell be the one to beat Orange for Buddy. God damn it. Well, I will riot. I will riot if Orange beats both of these men. I will riot if Orange beats them both.
If both. I'll give you that. If he beats both, yes.
All right, Anika, number 3.
It's like I had my list and now we're getting the top 3. It's like, oh wait. Oh shoot. Someone's gotta who's gonna go? Well, somebody has to go. And I don't want no one to go.
You can always just pick Tree Monsters if you can't choose.
No. I love Tree Monsters, but like trios, I don't think as much as a tag team. I don't know why, but yeah.
Well, I guess it'd be Kings of the Black Throne then.
Okay, because they were an established team, and Boston Glow are more put together, even though they were team bad. I'm gonna top 3. I will give to the Kabuki Warriors. Sorry, Naomi and Sasha. Oh my heart! Oh my god!
So real quick, Anika, here's a picture so you remember. Look, you see that's Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley with the title belts. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. Cause like I said, the last time they interacted was they're going with Charlotte for the champion for the women's Raw championships. Like, so when did that break up?
Yeah, I don't remember what year. It must have been before we're thinking. It must have been Sammy. It must have been a year earlier than we were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That was in front of fans, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, it was in front of fans. 2001 in front of fans. I mean, 2021. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
2021.
There's fans in the background. So it's after they brought the fans back. We finally have something that Anika doesn't remember. Holy smokes!
I don't. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna rewatch a segment and see if that drops my memory after this. But no, I did not remember.
All right, Sammy. Number 2. Who is your number 2?
All right. I mean, you gotta know who my last 2 teams are because it's a freaking Mount Rushmore here. Number 2, the Lucha Bros. Zero Miedo.
I have them at number 2 as well.
Never, ever bet against them in a ladder match.
In a ladder match.
Yeah.
Never ever bet against them in a ladder match.
They might be the
Escalera
funnest.
del Muertes.
Them and the Bucks are the two funnest tag teams to watch. They just have the
Right?
Hmm.
most exciting matches. I mean, just the shit that they do is just insane.
Well,
Like,
I still got my number one team.
Yep.
Still got my number one team.
and I love it when they were in California, and I think it was the Young Bucks' birthday or something. They're like, "We want a match, all right? Lucha Bros free, all right? Rampage, let's get at it." And it was just like, all right. It's like, I love it when you have that chemistry. All right, what time? All right, we'll be there. Fine, only pop it. It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I'd love to see Penta and Phoenix both get a singles run, not break up Lucha Bros, but just have
Right?
singles runs. I mean,
Yes.
I just don't know because AEW has so many people and so many talented people that it's hard to fit them in because it's like so many people are deserving of chances to
yeah.
fight.
No, I agree with that. Can't
I
argue with
get it
that.
to a point, but like that's why I don't mind the TNT title
Like
being
Adam,
hot potatoed because it's a TNT title. You like, hey, yes, hot potato that thing. I love it. If it's not too crazy, go for it.
Adam Cole hasn't held a title yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Brian Danielson hasn't held a title yet.
Yeah, I think Brian Danielson has something in his contract that he's not going to hold the title.
AKA Brie Bella said you can go ahead and wrestle, but Joe Bahai can't win no doggone title because you go butt crack crazy. You can
Well,
go
not even
wrestle.
that. I just think I'm starting to believe that there's something there where he's need a belt. I just want to come here and wrestle. I don't need to be the title holder. I just want to wrestle, and I don't mind losing to put guys over, in the main event picture. Maybe I'm
I
wrong, but it just seems very surreal that he has not won a title yet.
No, like I think him and Bree had a conversation. They're like, no, because you win that title means you're gonna go into the deep dark pool of getting concussions and not telling me when you have seizures and stuff. You're not winning the freaking title, Brian.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I in my mind that's the conversation they had.
Yeah, no,
And
I hear you. I believe similar as well. So
like
I don't know
after
why it's in the contract. You're probably right because of Brie Bella, but I think it's in his contract that he just isn't going to win a title. He told Tony
So
Hunter
my
for the
number
title.
one,
Oh,
my number
Anika's got
one's
it.
not in
Oh,
ALW's list.
hold on. Anika's got to give her number 2.
my number 2, yeah.
Yeah.
The side note, like when Danielson had that promo after he got beat by MJF, I just see Bree like, who did it? Who did it? I done told y'all, I let my baby wrestle with y'all. Now he got no freaking arm. He all my babies. Where is he? Where's that little dope fiend? I want answers right now. I will shut all this. That's my. I will shut all this down. I will shut all this down. Like we're sorry, Mrs. Daniel Simmons. Okay. I'm still on. I make Bookie Warriors number 3. Like, because it was between them and Sasha and Naomi. You know what? I'm gonna split that. In my heart, I can't do it. So number 3 is Kabuki Warriors / Sasha and Naomi. Sasha and Naomi had the best WrestleMania entrance of that year. I just love it. I could see the movie. I could see the movie in the music video. It was the best one, period. I love what they did. Even that short amount of time, I enjoyed it. It was bomb. All right, number 2. I think I already said this on one of our lists, but you know what? It bears repeating. I'm gonna give number 2 to the Usos, and y'all know who my number 1 is. Like storyline wise, like again, they come. I hear the music. Ooh, so I'm here. I'm 100% on my couch. I'm here for it. What y'all gonna do? Period. I enjoyed them thoroughly. It hasn't slowed down. It hasn't changed. Give me everything. Give me all the matches.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a huge Usos fan. Everything's been said about the Usos that can be said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Sammy, give us your number 1. I know you're anxious. You're curious. Yours are down on my list.
No. You go ahead because me and Anika have the same number 1.
Do
Let
we?
me let me see if I can guess your number 1.
Okay.
I think Sammy's number 1, and I don't think it's Anika's number 1, but I think it's Sammy's number 1. I think it's the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is that not Anika's?
That's my
I,
number 1.
is it? Is it your
Yeah.
number 1 too? Okay, so there you go.
Number 1.
So there you go. My number one is the Bucks, but they've been mentioned before. So my number one is the Young Bucks. So I mean, it's just a matter of having these teams in different order. The only team I didn't have was the New Day, and I just don't get me wrong. I like the New Day. I do. I do. I just
Favorites.
it's favorites. It's exactly it's favorites. So it just is what it is. It just didn't cross my mind, and it is.
If it was best, New Day might have actually been my number five.
Mhm.
I might have put FTR on the Mount Rushmore instead of them. Like
Yeah.
it's that freaking close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like when it's favorite, they're number one for me. For favorite, number one.
Why
But
did
it's
you not
favorite, not
think
best.
it was mine?
I don't know.
And
I'm not sure. I didn't know who I thought it was. I just wasn't sure it was going to be New Day. I don't know why. I'm not sure. If you had asked me before you got there, if I hadn't heard it, I would have thought that Boston Glow would have been your number one. But you'd already mentioned
Big
them,
E,
so
it's
Big E.
it's real. It truly is all three of them. I love their brotherhood. I love that, like, in their minds, right? They came together, but of course, Vince is like, "You're all black, so we're gonna give you a preacher thing," and they're like, "That's not who we are." And then Xavier rolled the dice. He was like, "Bet I'll
And,
give me 3 weeks. I will turn us heel. I will turn
and
Kofi Kingston heel." And he was like, "Okay." In that third week, they all got booed. That was like, dude.
and Xavier didn't want Kofi in the group.
It was probably Byron Saxton, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, and like, but hey, sometimes you got to go with the flow. Even like, even then, Big Show told Kofi, "This is a bad idea. Get out, get out." Like it's so many things. It's like, hey, sometimes you got to get over them barriers, bruh, and see the magic before you.
Their
yeah. I mean,
podcast is amazing.
I'm a huge. I like them. My problem with them is as faces. I'm not a big fan of like the Bootios and the
Booty
pancake
hole, that booty hole.
and the pancake and the pancakes and the like I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with comedy and wrestling, and it has to be done the right way, and it can't be corny for me, and a lot of what they do kind of comes off campy and corny, and so I don't, it is what it is. I don't know.
Honestly, I loved heel New Day as much as I loved Babyface. In my mind, 2018 in Brooklyn, SummerSlam, and they are heels and they won it, and Kofi's doing this stupid victory dance on the. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? Who are you right now? This is hilarious. Okay, fine. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for the ride. I'm here along for the ride. And then
Oh, another thing that I loved was the ride along.
the ride along, the TikToks, actually the competition they had with Team Bad. I love that behind the little on social media. It was so many things that was just a fun, good time. And y'all know, when like I love Xavier's tenacity. He said his mind. He was doing it, and I don't even know how many people took him seriously. He was like, "I'm gonna get Kofi that Universal Championship," and it was like it happened, and
Yeah.
it was
I want to
so
bring up two moments of that ride along. So they went and stopped at Waffle House. And when Xavier Woods called it Waffle House, Big E threw a huge fit. No, no, you do not call it that. That word is blasphemy. You cannot say that word. And it's like, what, Waffle? Yeah, you cannot say that word. It's W House. That word is not allowed.
Side note, I'm not when Sammy and the Uso were on the bump. It was before Jay liked him, and Jay was just me mugging on the side. And while they were interviewing them, Sammy was entering. He's like, "So what do the Usos like to do, Sammy?" And he was like, "Well, they're big eaters. They like Waffle House." And so Jay was like, "Waffle House?" And so he's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna probably go after this real quick." And he was, I'm not sure if that was the break him or not. He was like, "That he right? Let's go." I'm like, "Are you serious?" It was just a great.
Like you can't be mad when somebody mentions you. You can't.
You get. I want the waffle. I want
Hmm.
the eggs. The meat lover scrambled eye. But yes, it's a great.
If it wasn't for it being, 4 miles away, I'd go to Waffle House right now.
Now, okay, like I said,
4 miles
waffles
away is
are
too far
good.
though. I'm not walking 4 miles.
But omelet wise, I'm a Denny's girl. I love Denny's waffle omelets more than I love anybody else's. Period.
Now you see, Denny's is even further than the Waffle House for me. The one that's
Dang!
nearby to me, the one that's nearby is IHOP, and I don't like IHOP.
You don't like IHOP's decent too. That's good.
It's more expensive than the others, and I don't think it tastes as good.
It depends on what you get. I get.
Okay,
I don't like.
I've been there twice, and I didn't like it either time. I'm not planning on going a third.
I love.
No, I've been 3 times. Never mind, I've been 3 times. I'm not planning on going a fourth.
I love their steak and egg omelet. That's what I get with the little toss on the side. That's bomb. Pancakes are decent, but I really don't go for the pancakes. I go for the omelets.
Yeah, I don't go to Denny's or IHOP. I mean, they're not bad. I just don't usually go.
So the other moment that happened in the ride along was Biggie went into the store, bought a bowl, pancake mix, and a griddle, and he made pancakes in the back seat of the SUV on the way to the show.
Bring back Ride Along. That was a great show on WWN Network. Come on, man. That was actually one of the things that I actually went to watch. I actually went to WWE Network that wasn't a pay-per-view and enjoyed.
Yeah, I never
Like,
watched
no
that.
joke, if we could have gotten a ride along with the Usos, Solo, and Sami Zayn, that would have been such a fun episode.
That would have been so cool, man. Don't say that. What could have been? What could have been? Did we get a ride along with Becky and Seth ever?
No, but yeah, we did.
Yes, it is. That and Wawa. Yes, it is.
Dolores says
I don't know
Wawa
what
is the
Wawa
after
is.
club food/fight club place.
What's
You know
Wawa?
what Wawa is? It's the gas station with the best homemade food. Yes.
Wally's? You talking about Wally's?
WAWA.
No, we don't have that. We have Wally's.
We don't have a Wawa's here either.
I gotta tell you some things, man.
I never heard of no Wawas.
Wawa!
Now, Wally.
Oh my God!
I know Wawa.
Now-
I heard you, but I'm saying I ain't never heard of it.
Now here we have this thing. It's called Wally's, and they have like pizzas. They make homemade beef jerky there. They got homemade donuts. They got basically anything you can imagine, and they make it there fresh.
Interesting.
All right.
It's huge too. It's like as big as a Walmart.
Interesting.
The gas station as big as Walmart.
Dang.
That's a big gas station.
That is a big gas station.
Damn. So we don't have CM for a clown of the week this week. So I guess unless anybody has anything else they want to touch on, tag teams of the modern era. And, just to try to jog your memory some more, Anika. Dolores says after they broke up, they even faced each other, Rhea and Nikki ASH.
All right. Was this before or after Charlotte came into the picture? Cause that's what my mind is right now. My mind is that
after
triple threat.
It was after Charlotte.
It was after Charlotte.
Anika just missed that whole part of the program for a minute.
Honestly, I thought like after Charlotte. Now my mind is like, so when did her and Morgan become a teammate? That was during Saudi Arabia.
Huh? Who became a teammate with Liv Morgan?
Rhea.
Oh, they did become teammates. That's right.
So when did that happen?
That happened after the Nikki.
It did happen after
Nikki. Evidently, because I know after they broke up, they did nothing. Rhea didn't have no partner. I'm gonna look it up, and then on the Discord. Okay.
No doubt. Sammy, anything you want to say before we wind it up?
Oh, I feel like we should come up with some sort of clown of the week. Let's go with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is clown of the week
Why?
for losing to Roman and then becoming a clown the next day on Monday.
This
That
is like a
was last week though.
this is like a
It
bad
was last
MVP
week.
pick.
I'm okay. This is your week. This is your topic. I'm gonna roll with you. Not because he lost, because he was trying to defend everyone who was like, well, the story. Everyone who defended the end result of WrestleMania was like, no, it wasn't official. Which I said myself was the story with Cody versus Roman was y'all were tired of Roman being champion, and that's not a story. That's not a story. As much as y'all want Roman to not have the titles, I need a story. I need a build up. And your titty got hurt. You came back. You won the Royal Rumble. I don't think you should have won the title so much. So that little what you call it, that promo where he was like, I already went through adversity. Oh, boo-hoo, freaking you. You had to go through a little bit more on WWE on Monday Night Raw. Oh, boo-hoo, freaking you. Yes, you have to go through a little bit more. Your titty got hurt. I'm sorry for that, but I need you to beat one more person other than Seth before you beat Roman. So yeah, all right. You know what? You were into it. And he's clown of the week. Yes, he is.
Cody's not going to win it off of Roman either. And to all the Cody fans, here's me playing the world's smallest violin for you. Because it's not going to be Cody. It's not going to be Cody. It's going to be Cody's mentor. Cody's mentor is going to come back and beat Roman for that title and become a 15-time world champion. That's what's going to happen.
You went off the
15-time world champion. I'm calling it now. You've heard it here first, folks.
Dolores says the clowns of the week are the two V's, Vicky and Vince.
What did Vicky do?
I didn't hear
I'm
that,
not sure what
Vicky.
Vicky did. Vince is always the clown of the week. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I guess my clown of the week would be everyone that thought that Vince wasn't going to be coming back or wasn't going to be back in charge at some point, or that he even gave up charges. I'm 100% convinced that even when everyone was saying, and he was saying he was the head of creative, that Vince was on the phone every single day with Triple H in his ear, telling him what to do, even when Triple H was head of creative. So I don't think Vince ever took a step back. So.
But I think it's easier to click the phone than when you're in a gorilla position.
Sure, 100%. But yeah, I also think you got to remember, like, I don't think that Triple H has the same assessment of Vince that we do, right? Like, I don't think he sees him as the bad booker that we do or the negative whatever. I mean, I think he has a slightly different view on maybe how to book shows, but I think he thinks Vince is right a lot of the time. So I think he's convinced that when Vince says do this, let's do this, and it's the right decision.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to 100% agree with you on there because more so, I know like people he wants to push, and Vince wants to push are totally different people, are totally
That's
different
true.
wrestlers. I'll
That's
give you
true.
that. Maybe with Roman, I think there are more inside people on the decision of who should win and who should lose. Vicky playing her though.
Yeah, I didn't see that. We're missing CM, who's got all the tea all the time. So I'm sure she would have had that.
Dolores. Thank you for stepping in. Vicky is definitely the clown of the week.
I'd have to look into that story. I didn't know anything about that, but yeah, that sounds like.
We're not talking about the one that's married to Matt, right?
One that's married to Matt.
Are we talking about Vicky Guerrero? You said Vicky,
Vicky
Guerrero.
Vicky Guerrero.
No, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I question number 2? When did she get remarried? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, when did
what are you talking about? Who?
No, Vicky's daughter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Vicky's daughter.
Vicky
yeah, I hope it's not the daughter that's married to Matt that is being talked about here. No, other daughter. Okay. Not the one married to Matt.
Matt who?
Ray Walt?
Oh, okay.
Aiden English?
Yeah. I didn't realize that Vicky's. I didn't even realize that Vicky. First of all, let me back this up. I didn't know Vicky had two daughters. Let alone did I know that one of them was with Matthew Raywalt, and I guess so. It's the other one that came out and said that she had been assaulted, and Vicky blames her daughter instead of the dude. Apparently,
Cause in my mind, I do know that she had two daughters. I thought they were both by Eddie Guerrero. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hold up. So you talking about Eddie Guerrero abused his own kid? Like that's where my mind went to.
right,
I'm like,
right,
when
right.
did
No, 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 no,
when did
no.
she remarried? Yeah,
Vicky's son-in-law.
son-in-law. Okay, I read that wrong. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
son-in-law.
daughter's husband, not Vicky's husband.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you,
Daughter's
thank
husband,
you.
but Vicky blames the daughter apparently. So,
You're still clear on the week because you went against your daughter.
right?
But thank you for full
It,
clarification.
let me put it this way. It's very simple. There is never an acceptable time for a man to put hands on a woman. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Vicky can scream till her throat is till she can't scream no more. It still doesn't make no excuse. I don't care what the daughter did. It don't make no difference. You
Like
cannot put
at
hands on a woman.
at best, just
Oh,
push her.
Dolores says no, Vicky's husband did.
What?
So
Oh,
is
Vicky's.
she remarried?
I didn't know Vicky was remarried.
I'm so confused. So
We're learning. We're
Vicky's
learning.
Vicky's daughter was assaulted by by Vicky's new husband.
So the stepdad.
Okay, so stepdad assaulted the daughter,
Oh God.
and Vicky blamed the daughter. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it was
Okay.
sexual
Woof.
assault. Ooh. So the
Boo
daughter
boo
said that stepdad
no.
did something to her, and Vicky said, "Nah, daughter's lying." Basically. Damn.
Come on, boo
You
boo.
can never, you can never not believe your kids when they say something like
Right?
that. I mean,
Even if
Still better than the Gigi Dolan family situation.
the ones you talked about in her promo, or I talk about something you actually know besides
Well, She
that.
did.
no,
She did. She didn't really get into it,
she
Yeah,
but
was
we all
on,
know. We all
she was,
know.
but no, she was on My Big Fat Gypsy Life, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. Like, oh my,
Hmm.
she became a
When she was
wrestler.
like 13 years old.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Like it's like not hilarious her story her life trauma, but hilarious that she was on that show and now
Right,
she's
right.
a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when she was like 13, wasn't she?
I believe so. Yeah,
I never watched that show, so I didn't know she was on that show. I've never seen that show. I mean, I've heard of it, but I had never watched it.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
I saw somebody who watched it and reacted to it online, and then I was reading the comments, and somebody was like, "Yeah, she's an indie wrestler now," and I was like, "Wait, what? Hold the phone. Who is this?" And then I learned who it was, and then eventually, she did that tampon spot, and then I was like, "Oh, now I can only see her as Tampon Girl."
Oh.
just proof point. Just no matter what, love your kids. Continue to love your kids, even when they become adults. They will always need you as your parents. Always, no matter what they say, they'll always want you and need you as your parents. Period.
Children are a blessing, not a burden.
That is true.
It depends. I'm not going to go that. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not.
She said, "I'm not going to go that far." Let's see. Hold
Some
on.
some of them grow up to be burdens, but they're not born burdens.
Not born. There we go. I will agree with you there.
Let's see if I can put this on the screen and we can actually see it. This apparently is Vicky's statement. Let's see. I can't read that. Can you
There are
read that,
two.
Sammy?
There are two sides to a story. Over 15 years, my relationship with her daughter's name, I'm not going to pronounce it right, has been hostile, and I have tried to deal with a narcissistic person. Not only myself, but the close friends of my daughter of over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors. I've tried to do therapy with my daughter, but she's always said no, and I am sick, not her. My daughter, please tell your side of your character of being drunk on the cruise and having guys in your room, then crying because you think you're being raped and demand us to go to the pharmacy in Barbados for Plan B. You want to play dirty and sling Chris and I through the mud, and I have my own pile of mud from you. You are enjoying the 2 cars from that Chris bought you, the 3 apartments you bailed out of, and the 3 surgeries we paid for you. Your life will catch up with you, and I feel bad for you. My daughter, not once have you spoken to Chris about the situation, but you can go to social media and tell all. But that's how you can communicate. Another example of you manipulating and harassing others. I am done with you. I'm tired of the years of your manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I keep I keep quiet for years because you never seek therapy to learn how to have an adult conversation with me. It has always been your way and nothing at all. Okay, Sherilyn, because I pronounced it Sherilyn. Not only will not only will I see you in court, but you and I will no longer be related. For the fans who feel entitled to comment, F you. You hear one side of the story and you feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about.
Well, there you go.
So Vicky is saying that the daughter was drunk and there was a bunch of men in her room.
Yeah.
Chavo's come out in support of the daughter, apparently, according to
Whoa.
Dolores. So it sounds like quite a mess.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
quite a
nice.
mess.
I've seen situations where moms can't, love can be blind, right? And
Yeah.
and and and,
Yeah.
and it's really unfortunate where moms don't see what's actually going on. And I'm not saying that it is real or that it's not real, but I've seen that happen all too many times. So
And
I don't know.
also, when your relationship goes that toxic, it's like if you don't repair. Yeah, not saying you have to repair it before you get married, but it's better to have some kind of stable foundation before you involve other people in the kid's life as well.
Yeah. The other daughter, apparently, Dolores says, and Eddie's other daughter has a statement where she blames the sister. So who knows? I mean, the reality is there's truth in both sides, right? So
Your
um,
side,
who
his
knows?
side,
The daughter's
exactly.
probably a schmuck and untrustworthy, and maybe the dad is, or the stepdad is, or is not. Um, guilty of doing some heinous shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
We weren't
But then,
there. We'll never know the truth.
yeah,
but then flip it. If there's so much, if that's so much of a toxic relationship, why are y'all all being on the cruise together?
yeah,
Like, no offense, I don't go by the rule of, oh, we family, we have to like each other. My mama, my mama did not go with anybody that disrespected her. No offense. It's been a couple of times. So like, I'm like, if I have not had a personal relationship with you, I can cut you out my life in a heartbeat. I don't care. Like, I don't care. She's your cousin. I don't know this chick.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that one of the great things about being an adult is that you can choose who you want in your life and who you want to have adult relationships with. And sometimes family members get cut out. It just is what it is. I mean,
It is
if
what
you're
it is.
toxic,
The
I'm
thing
not
that
dealing with you.
the thing that really makes me question though is that the family is split on it, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. That's what I mean. The truth lies somewhere in between, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. Unfortunately, it sounds like a terrible situation all the way around.
Like,
So
hey,
because
sometimes
is it possible he did it? Yeah. Is it possible that she was very drunk and she misremembers and that it was a different guy who did it and she believes it was him? That's also possible.
yeah,
this why you have the courts. Let them sort it out, and after that, take a break from each other. You
one
don't
hundred
have to. You
percent.
don't have to be buddy buddy and have Christmas and Thanksgiving. Go get separate ways, live your lives, and let it go, and smooth sailing.
One
Period.
hundred percent.
That's the thing about alcohol. Yeah, like, everybody be careful out there. Drink responsibly.
No doubt. 100%.
Like when you feel it, put the other one down. When you feel it taking over your body, no more, no more, no more. I'm done.
So Dolores said, I think the fact her daughter put a video statement out to release her feelings, and that's how they responded. Yeah, she said so. Eddie's daughter and Vicky were roasted online for blaming the daughter, and then the other daughter admits he did it to her before, blaming her. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh
Sounds
God.
like
Hmm?
it's a kind, it's right. The other daughter admits he
It's
did it to her before, blaming her.
So
Yeah,
he said. So she's even the other daughter. Like he abused both daughters.
that's what it sounds like. It's I'm not. Yeah,
God.
I'm
oh
totally not.
okay. That changes things
Yeah. If
a
both your daughters
lot
was
for
saying
me.
this nigga did it, dude.
He
I'm
got
gonna.
priors. He got priors.
That part,
This
like,
Hold up.
this is just changing
bruh.
in the moment.
Come on, sis. I know you lonely, but come on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's more's gonna come out. I'm sure. I'll have to look into it and see what I can find out about it. We'll have some more information on it for sure. But thank you for joining us for another episode of the Cookout.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. If you're new and you're watching us, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified every time new content comes out. We will be dropping All for Naught, mine and Sammy Joe's review of Raw and NXT tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m.
My
Eastern.
apologies, by the way.
It is in classic All for Naught fashion, a traditional shit show. So, and then we will be back here Friday for Friday Night Fights. These two, Miss Anika and Sammy, will start with SmackDown. And then at 7 o'clock, myself and CM will come in for Rampage. This weekend, Saturday, we have a GCW watch along on the True Heel Heat Twitch gaming channel. That is GCW. I forget the name of the show, but I'll have it on Friday. And then on Sunday is Impact Rebellion. I don't know if we're going to do a watch along yet. I assume we will, but we'll let you guys know on Friday for sure, one way or the other. And in the meantime, y'all stay cool and peace.
Bye.
Go and watch the Hooligan.